to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 76 degrees, going up to a high of 88, and it's going to rain. It's going to rain, but it's okay. 24% chance of rain today, so that's okay because it's hot. But here's the thing, when it rains and get muggy, not so good, not so good. So I hope you're having a good Monday. Happy Monday, Grand Rising, Hotep, Selah, or everything. Hola. You know, everything. Good morning, you know. Yeah. And it's, so I had a good weekend. What about, hey, G, listen, Georgette hasn't been with us for a minute. She's just been not here. It's been so long.
Next week too.
So she won't be here next week either. Well, you could be here next week, right? Even though you're going to be in New York.
I'm in New York. It depends on how noisy it is.
Oh, yeah. New York is, look, and we living out here in the southern burbs. Not the suburbs, the southern burbs. So it was so crazy. Where was I at? And I was I was at the county last week, and I heard now. So the county, that's where the police officers and everybody is. But I heard a siren, right? And it was hilarious. I was in there talking to somebody, and she's like, "Oh, there's a siren." I was like, "I know." I said, every time we hear a siren, it's crazy because New York and New Jersey. Oh Lord, they just ring, baby, ring. So
gosh. My mom lived on like 96 and Broadway, and she was right in front of a bus stop, and I'm telling you, it was a train station across the street. It was just constant noise. I mean, oh my God, there were sirens all the time. I mean, it was so loud. I kept thinking, are the windows closed in here? Because it sounded like it was literally in the room. It was a lot. It's a lot going on there.
A lot going on. So that's the funny part. So look, but out here we hear something like, oh, that's a siren. Like, what happened? Because you don't hear them very often. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. You do not hear them very often, and it is funny, but it's okay. It's okay because we love going home. Anytime we go home, it's always fun. So we love going home. It was so funny because my brother he moved down last year in November. And he was saying, I got to go back to Jersey. And one of his friends was like, Belle, what you coming back here for? He's like, and it was like, he lives there. And he said that. And my brother was like, well, maybe I shouldn't go. I was like, well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to look totally different when you go back.
He should go.
He should go. But his friend was like, what are you coming back for? He's like, he's just, because my brother, like, we grew up on 19th Street in Newark. Shout out to all my Newark peeps. We grew up on 19th Street in Newark, and when we moved off of 19th Street, my brother used to still go to before he left, he would still go to 19th Street because there were still people that lived on 19th Street after all these years that never left. Yeah. And my brother knew all them people, and he would always go back and visit. When I left, I never went back to visit. I was like, because my friends didn't live there anyway. My brother knew everybody on that whole little area. Our block, the block next over, the one on this side. So he knew everybody, and everybody knew him. And it's funny because, and he's a football coach, and so we grew up in Newark. He coached in Newark and East Orange. We lived in Newark and East Orange. So people in Newark and East Orange, everybody knew him, and so now he's in Georgia. And I remember, hey, Latoya, thanks for joining. So I met her years ago. She was a teenager. Now she's a grown woman. I did a program for my sister's keeper, and she was one of the students in the program. I was teaching them how to do books, how to self-publish their own book and start businesses. So she's a grown woman, and every time I see her, she pops in and say hi. So good morning, girl, young lady, because she's a young lady now. She's a grown lady.
Good morning.
So this is Georgette, just in case. But anyway, so he's here in Georgia now, and he is like, when he first got ready to move to Georgia, he and my nephew was downtown Atlanta. And so I don't care where my brother go in Jersey. Somebody knows him. Oh, she started a business. Yay. Welcome to the club, baby. Well, get ready. Listen, put your big girl panties on and get ready to suck it up because it's going to be some hard days. Not to try to deter you, just letting you know. So put your big girl panties on and get ready to rock it out. Whatever you do, don't quit.
Add some suspenders to those big girl panties.
Whatever you do, don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Find your good business coach. Find your good mentor. Don't quit. Invest in yourself, because that's going to be really important. A lot of times businesses, entrepreneurs start and they don't understand how important it is to invest in yourself, not just the business, in you, because it's tough. Trust me, I've been doing this for 24 years. It is tough. And so you want to make sure that you find a good business coach, you find a good mentoring group to be with, and there's a bunch of things, bunch of groups on Facebook and online, but you want to get out and meet people in person as well, because you're going to need that. Trust me when I tell you, you are going to need that. Family and friends, great. They may not understand what you're trying to do, so just know that. All right, anyway, let me finish telling this story so we can get on with the show. So, my brother was in Atlanta with my nephew, right? So I don't care where my brother go in New Jersey, somebody knows him. Right, but he was in Atlanta, and they were at I think it was Chris Brown had a concert, and it was like 10,000 people outside, right? And my nephew noticed that nobody knew my brother, right? And he brought it to his attention. He's like, "You're nobody here," and that messed with my brother's head. My brother was like, "I realized nobody had said what's up, Belle." That messed with my brother's head. It was so funny. I said to him, You can't be serious. He's like, man, I just realized nobody knows me here. But it is funny. My nephew told me, you're nobody here. It was like 10,000 people. Not one person said hi to him. It was hilarious. But that really affected my brother. He was like, I can't believe nobody knows me here. Now people know him. He coaches football here in Georgia, and now people knows him, and so they're going to know him all over Georgia, because that's just who he is. So anyway, all right, let's get on with our show. Today is National Coloring Book Day, and it's also National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. So Georgette said it before I said it. You can use your coloring book and eat an ice cream sandwich at the same time. I love ice cream sandwiches, by the way. I love ice cream sandwiches. What's crazy is they're not really super duper high in calories. And you can get the low sugar one. They're probably even better. But I love ice cream sandwiches. I don't eat them a lot, but when I want something sweet, I got some in the freezer. They probably been in there for about 5 months. But every now and again, I want to go get one that's in the freezer. So it's National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. And if you like coloring books, National Coloring Book Day. All right, now let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thyssen. Today is August the 2nd. Can y'all believe we are in August already? Listen, time is speeding past. It's so crazy, because I was like, I don't want to travel anywhere else. And I have to go to Arizona in October, because I am speaking at She Podcast. That's a conference for all female podcasters. I'm excited about that, but man, I do not feel like getting on that plane, because that is a long ride. That's like a 3-hour and 55-minute flight. But I'm going to go. I was like, I'm gonna take August and September. I'm not traveling anywhere unless it's absolutely necessary. And in October, I'll be ready to go to She Podcast. But anyway, let's get on with these horoscopes. We're gonna kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You may want to talk to your boss about your future goals. You could be tempted to overspend on unnecessary items. Don't be too quick to spend money. Listen, don't overspend, and don't be too quick to spend money. Keep your hands and keep your hand not like this, though, not that tight. Because if you keep them that tight, nothing gets in, nothing gets out. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. So don't keep them that tight, but keep them loose. All right, Aries. Oh, this is gonna be a money day here. Taurus, money can be made if you use your ingenuity. Make sure that you have all the pertinent information before any reprisals or making any moves. You can expect sorrow to evolve from the information you discover. I feel bad for you today. You're going to get some bad information. It's going to be some sorrow. My heart just dropped just for you today, Taurus. But hopefully you can recover, all right? In the meantime, you can make some money. Use your ingenuity. Be smart about it. Gemini, you will get drawn into groups that are not favorable to you. That's the bad crowd, Gemini. Channel your efforts into achieving your goals. Try not to be overly generous. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like money to me. Try not to be overly generous, and try not to get sucked into them groups that don't do you. Listen, that's the bad group. I feel like I'm talking to some little kids right now. You don't need to hang out with that group. Not today, Gemini. Not today. Don't hang out with that group today. It's not going to benefit you. Cancer, don't let someone talk you into parting with your cash unless you can truly see benefits of doing so. I told y'all this is going to be a money. Listen, this is going to be a money day. Resist secret affairs that could be detrimental to your reputation. You can make moves, but they won't be settling. Listen, if it's a secret, you shouldn't be doing it, Cancer. I'm going to say that again. if it's a secret, you shouldn't be doing it. Here's the thing: your secret could mess up your reputation. So don't do that. Don't do it. And listen, don't let somebody take part with you. Listen, the one thing is that secret trying to get your money. Yeah, I was so funny. I was in a meeting with somebody, and they said to me they was dating somebody, and they was like, "Yeah, I told them, listen, I don't need another financial project." I was like, "Hot dog." I was like, "Go ahead." She's like, "I don't need you need to have your own money. I don't need to have another financial project." I thought that was hilarious. She called him a financial project. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, "Wow, I never heard that before." But when you think about it. Yeah, when you think about it, they really could be a financial project. She's like, I don't need another financial project. Leo, don't try to twist things around so that they sound more enticing. Disappointments are likely if your mate embarrasses you in front of your friends. Find out if they have other commitments. Listen, let me tell you something. When they say twist things around, I call that lying. Because if you don't tell it like it is and you start twisting and add stuff, you're lying. So don't be lying today, Leo.
Not the truth.
Right, it ain't the truth. Like if you have to add in, take out, spin it around, make it sound, you're lying. So, Michael put it very nicely. He said, don't twist things around. I'm telling you, stop. Don't be lying today because them lies going to catch up with you. Virgo, minor accidents could cause trauma and major setbacks. Pleasure trips will be most enjoyable if you take them with that special person in your life. The stamina you possess will be apparent in your approach to your hobbies and creative projects. All right, listen here. Be careful. You're going to have some minor accidents today and it's going to cause some major setbacks. I know you don't want to hear that. But you can take a pleasure trip with that special person in your life. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to take no trips. Right, that's right. Do some coloring, eat some ice cream, eat an ice cream sandwich. Eat one, don't eat two. No, eat two. All right, I'm going to go to, I forgot to bring in the video, but I'm going to bring the video in and we're going to go to a commercial and then I'll be back after the song plays. Not a commercial. We're going to go to a song. I'm going to come back after the song is played. And then after that, I'll continue your horoscopes. All right, so let me bring that video in. Pop it in there. Let me tell y'all, technology is something serious, y'all. And what's crazy is, see the video right there now is playing. All right, I'm going to pop it in and pop me and Georgette out. And we'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. So stay tuned and enjoy the song.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind it down for days, never let it stop. I just want your everything, baby. Maybe later we can dance, never let it go. Listen to our favorite songs on the radio. Losing up and lose ourselves to this feeling. Oh, I just want your everything, baby. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Falling in, tasting like. I can't get enough of my baby.
Welcome back. It was so funny because yesterday my daughter filmed her first episode for the web series Dating Amari, and I made my debut in that. It was hilarious, y'all. I can't wait till the full series is out, but it was so funny. We laughed like forever because her scene, like the first scene she shot with the people with the cast was funny. Then I had to shoot my scene, and I'm gonna put a picture because she said I could. So I got this wrap around my head, and I'm doing tarot card readings. Girl, when I tell you I laughed so hard yesterday, I laughed so hard, and then I added my own little spin to the segment, right? And she thought that was so funny. I was like, I gotta add this piece in there, and so I did it. So that was my first acting debut, which was funny. As long as I could play somewhat similar myself, I'll do good. But if I had to go by the script like 100%, I'm gonna suck. But I think I did.
I know.
I think I did pretty good. But it was hilarious. But I gotta tell you, every time she does these things, it inspires me to do things. So she's working on Dating Amari, which is a series, 6 episodes. The first season will be out probably the end of this month. And well, maybe not the end of this month, probably end of September because it has to go to post. And I told her, I said, listen, I want to come back in next season too. I need to come back in next season. But it was that scene yesterday was hilarious. And so she shot up until like 11 o'clock last night. I left. I was like, okay, my part is done. I'm going home now.
My part is done. I gotta go.
But she had to go to another location and shoot another part of the episode. It is so funny, girl. It's work though, G. Listen, filmmaking. Yeah, I know. Yes. You've been in for a long time. Filmmaking is a lot. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. And when you have a good cast, like yesterday, the cast was really good, and we laughed forever because it was just so funny. And so the last scene that they did to put the part that she was in with everybody, that episode to me is hilarious. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I laughed so hard because I can't tell you what it is. You got to see it, but it was just so funny. And then my episode, like the camera guy, he was laughing. He's like, "You crazy?" I had to make it because it's like a romantic comedy. But I was listening to what made me think about it was I was listening to this song like, man, that would be a good song to put in, as a soundtrack song. Mm-hmm. So I got to figure out how to be able to use "Wasted Love." I got to see, can she use it? I pay a license to use all the music.
Oh,
so
a different license.
Yeah, so I got to find out what she needs to do. But anyway, let's get on with these horoscopes.
I'm excited. I'm in next season.
I know. I'm trying to get in next season with you.
No, don't get in next season. I'm just joking. Come on in, man. You can read my tarot card.
All right. Maybe I need to
be counseling her.
Oh, that's right. You the counseling next season. Yeah. Listen, that thing is gonna be funny. So be sure that I gotta create her channel. So I gotta work on her channels for distribution and all that good stuff. I'm excited about. Listen, I'm excited about that. So and she's excited. She's like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited for her.
So be on the lookout. Dating Amari. I'll be talking about it more and more. Dating Amari. I'll be talking about it. It's a series about millennials dating. And it's hilarious. It's a romantic comedy. It's hilarious. So anyway, let's get on with the horoscopes. Libra, try to spend some time on your own. Deal with the needs of children. Travel should be on your agenda. That's a second travel. Good luck on the travel, Libra. Listen, try to spend some time on your own. Deal with the needs of children. Travel should be on the agenda. Do your thing. I ain't traveling till October if I don't have to. Scorpio, your interest in religion and philosophy may lead you to specific destinations. You have to let go of your past if you wish to get out of any sentimental mood that may be hanging over your head. A lot can be accomplished if you organize your time. Let me tell you about organizing your time. Yes, you do. I was looking at my calendar this morning. I slept late, Georgette. I'm normally up at the crack of dawn. When I woke up this morning, it was 8:30. I slept late. I was so exhausted. And I had to look at my calendar. I was like, oh, crap, let me look at the calendar and make sure I'm not, missing something. You got to organize your time. I have so much going on right now. So I have got to go back today, and that's what I'll be. Georgette and I was supposed to have lunch, but she can't have lunch. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I really need to organize my calendar and put the priorities at the top and put the other stuff at the bottom. Because right now I feel like, I got a lot going on. I need to fix this right now. But anyway, organize your time, Scorpio. Sagittarius, it could be in your best interest to stay away from any intimate involvement with a client or coworker. You may find a rare antique today. You are best not to nag or criticize. Listen, Sagittarius, I done told y'all about messing with them coworkers and your bosses and the clients. Don't do that. that could backfire in your face. I tell this story all the time. I dated someone I worked with, and when we broke up, everybody knew we broke up. When we were together, everybody knew we were together. The new girlfriends was there knocking on the door. They came to my desk talking trash. She wasn't talking trash. She was nice. She came to my desk. So my ex and I worked at the same place. He started dating. We broke up. He started dating this girl that worked there too. And every day after lunch, he would come to my desk and talk, right? So she came to me. She was nice. She came to me as a woman. She said, listen, he told me that you guys are only together for your daughter. And I said, nah, we ain't together at all. But you need to tell him to stop coming to my desk talking to me. Because he come up here every day after lunchtime. She said, oh, really? I said, yeah. I said, come up here after lunchtime. You'll see him. So the way my office was set up, you can come in from the front or you can come in from the back. She came in from the back. And who was standing there hanging over the desk? Him. And I was like, I told you. Because that's what he did. But so you don't want to date coworkers. It could get ugly. Like for real. Because everybody know you done broke up when y'all break up. Everybody know what happened. It's not fun. It's actually embarrassing. Now, if you got a strong gut and you can go ahead, do your thing. I wouldn't do it again. Capricorn, be careful not to misplace your wallet or belongings. You may be sensitive to a point of absurdity. Oh, God. Finish projects that have been hanging over your head. That's why you feel like you're crazy right now. Because you got all them projects hanging over your head. Just finish some. You'll be fine, Capricorn. Finish the project and you won't feel like you're losing it. I know. Listen, trust me. I understand. Sometimes it wears me. I have so much right here. It just wears me down. I just go lay down. I just like, you know what? I'm about to lay down. I'm just going to lay down. You may need to just lay down today, Cap. Mm-hmm. Aquarius, try not to overspend on friends or families. Unexpected visitors will be a welcome surprise. You need an outlet that will not only stimulate you, but also challenge your intelligence. Listen, keep your money in your pocket. Don't be trying to impress folks today, Aquarius. Don't overspend. Don't do it. Let them people pay for their own stuff. You trying to be Big Willie? All right, go ahead. Listen, I know they done lifted all the relief funds and unemployment, and you better hold on to that money. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. Oh, Lord. Empty promises will cause upset. Take a long look, Pisces, at your present direction and consider your professional options. Long look. Make sure that you have covered yourself legally and try not to let your temper get out of hand. Ooh, I know that's talking to me right there. Listen, I try not to let I don't know about y'all fish, but this is me zenning out. This is Zen master. Sometimes people just really push my buttons. So when I stay by myself, I'm good. Sometimes other folks push that button. Is not a good thing. So anyway,
that's so funny.
Somebody's gonna make you some empty promises today, and it's gonna cause upset. Here's the thing, fish. I don't know about you, but this fish right here, like, I don't really believe nothing till I see it happen. But I've learned that because when you don't expect people to do stuff for you, you're not easily upset, right?
That's right.
Talk is talk. Action is for real. So I don't really pay attention to too much talk. I really, really don't. I let people talk. They say things that sounds amazing. You know, it looks good when they say it. Sounds good. But until they actually do it, I don't believe it. So listen, don't let empty promises cause you to be upset. Just say, okay, I'll see when it happens, right? Don't listen. Because if you put it all in there, like, based on it, they say don't count the chickens before they hatch. Yeah. Until you see it happen, don't do it. Now, this other thing I'm about to talk about, you'll be totally disappointed. Take a long look at your present direction and consider your professional options. A long look. Wow. I don't know. Yeah, that's tough right there, G.
You know, that's...
Ooh, that's a tough one right there. Look, fish.
I gotta look at that again and figure it out.
I know. You know, it's crazy because I woke up this morning talking to the universe. I need you to give me some guidance right now. I need some things to be clear. Universe. You know, so anyway. So the horoscope. It's
telling you, take a long look. That's what it's telling you.
I know. It's telling me that take a long look. And I'm looking. I thought I was looking in the right direction, but maybe I'm not. So I'm going to take another long look when I eat breakfast today.
Exactly.
I'm going to make me some breakfast. I'm going to take another one. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. So I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes. And remember, tomorrow is Talk Tech Tuesday. We're going to be talking tech on how to grow your business. Chris Hood is going to be here with me tomorrow talking tech on how to grow your business. So make sure to tune in. That segment starts right around 10:30. So if you want to come back, you want to learn how to grow your business, how to use technology, SEO, local marketing, all that good stuff. That's the segment you don't want to miss. So that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10:30. The show starts at 10 o'clock. That segment starts around 10:30. So be sure to tune in. Now we're going to go ahead and give the word of the word of the day with Georgette. She hasn't been word for the week. She hasn't been here so long. I think I messed it up a couple times. I missed it. I had to do it at the end. I'll be forgetting.
No.
I'll be forgetting.
Mess it up.
But
always good. I hear you. Don't worry.
All right. Without further ado, Georgette is here to give us the word of the week. Go right ahead.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. I'm so excited to be back. And I'm so kind of sad I'm not going to be here next week. But, Audrey does a great job. She does an amazing job. So it's in good hands. The word of the week is in good hands with Audrey, too. So, all right.
She's trying to make me feel good, but I'll take it.
No, you do really good. You know what? Stop it. All right. The word of the week is, what is the word of the week? Man, okay. I'm excited. Okay. Cool. Okay. Can you see it?
I can't see it. What is it?
Vibrant.
Ooh. Nice.
Vibrant. Oh, sorry.
I know.
I got a little silly there this morning. Sorry about that. Vibrant. All right. It's full of, when you're vibrant, you see that little thing behind me? Those colors right there that are popping out? That's vibrant, right? It is full of energy and excitement and color and enthusiasm. And so the word of the week for you is to be more vibrant, to be, excited and enthusiastic about things that are happening in your life. I know sometimes we can kind of get down and don't really see those amazing things that make us feel vibrant. But, I know Audrey says this all the time. It's about sometimes you have to surround yourself with other people too to receive that energy so you can then, send that energy back out to other people. So it really is about feeling full of energy and color and life. And it's also about you learning how to be happy within yourself. I think when you learn how to be happy within yourself, you exude vibrancy, because you can't help but be, contagious with people around you. And it's so funny. My friend, they came to visit us for the weekend, and my friend just told me this morning. He said, you're Pisces, right? And I was like, yes. And he was like, you're not like most Pisces I know. He says, you're happy all the time. That's what he said to me. Because do you ever feel depressed? Do you ever get down? Like,
what Pisces is he around? Jeez.
I don't know. Totally not the ones that I know.
Me neither.
No, I do. I said I do. He said, but you're so happy all the time. Like you exude all of that. Every time I see you, there's never a moment where I've seen you that you're really depressed. And I said, no, those things do happen. But they don't happen as much and they don't last as long. So I just thought it was really funny that he saw that. But it's just part of who I am, I believe. And I know that it's part of who you are. I know that there are moments when you are vibrant and you're happy and you're excited and you're enthusiastic about your life. And then there's times when it doesn't gel for you. And that's okay. But it doesn't, you just don't want it to last too long. And find things that make you feel happy. If you want to go out and take an art class so you can feel vibrant and coloring book, we just talked about that. National Coloring Book Day. That is a perfect way to infuse art, vibrant colors into your life. I'm telling you, doing coloring books is amazing. I think that's why those adult coloring books became so popular, because it's about sitting there and it's about taking all of these colors and even though sometimes you draw on the lines, but you don't have to always stay in the line. We know there's people who do not color in the lines.
Me?
It's okay. I know. I was gonna say you, Audrey. Totally you. But it's about being optimistic and bold, right? In the life that you're choosing to lead. And if you're not living that kind of life, then find those things that can help you to. Like a perfect example, like we were talking today. Just be thoughtful and look into what it is that you really want to do. I mean, those things will make you feel excited and vibrant and energized for the rest of the week. And hopefully it'll start to kick off something that will help you to be vibrant, more in your life. So yeah, it's being vibrant this week and just taking that word and living with that word and finding the things that connect you with something that makes you feel optimistic and bold and creative and enthusiastic. So vibrant is the word for the week.
All right. Listen, I was when we shot the film. When we filmed that yesterday at Fire and Water. It's FYRF. What is it?
I knew that's where you were.
Yeah.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Like, did they go there?
That's what we filmed that yesterday because the girl. I can't tell y'all, but the date was into like all his. It was hilarious, y'all. I laughed so hard in there because my daughter wrote the script, right? And then they kind of it was so funny. You gotta. I can't wait for y'all to see it. Anyway, Fire and Water is very pretty. Well, okay, let me say this. The colors are very vibrant. And so the colors are like orange and blue. So when the camera started doing the videotaping, it was such a perfect place to shoot the scene. So if you live in Georgia and you want to go check out a really cool place, Fire and Water, and it's FYREWATTA. Yeah, so it's Fire and Water. Not water, but it's the colors. G was just so vibrant, and I think that's what made everybody kind of just like relax and loosen up because the energy was great. And it's like they got sage in there, they got candles, they got incense. That's what they sell. So anything you want to zen out is in there, and that the whole scene was about zenning. It was hilarious though. But anyway, I said all that to say.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying. I said all that to say that it was a very vibrant environment to shoot the filming yesterday, and that's why I believe everybody was so relaxed because everybody were really relaxed, and she's like, that was a really good cast, but I think it was the environment too because it was just so relaxing and like zen out, and you got all the stones everywhere and the crystals everywhere, and just the energy was and then the owners, they were there, and they were laughing because they got to make their debut inside the film, which was kind of nice too, and there was some customers there, they got to make their debut inside because they didn't mind, so that everybody kind of like was in the shot. So it was pretty cool. It was really cool.
That's cool. That's what I was gonna say. Even if you don't feel vibrant, and the thing about all of these words that that I share and that Audrey get to share every week, it's not about the fact that it is part of you, but sometimes when life gets at you and all the challenges get at you forget that those are things that are still very much part of who you are. And if you don't feel like that, or you don't feel like any one of these words that we share, go into a place that helps you to do that. If you go and you visit some of these, metaphysical places, or even if you're very, religious and you go find a place that's spiritual or religious, you get that energy, and that energy feeds you, and you feed that energy. So be around that space, and I'm telling you, you will shift. Things will just shift for you, and sometimes you won't even know that they shifted. Because you'll come out and you'll be like, wow, I felt really good. I didn't even understand why I felt so good. It's because of the energy and the vibes that are around you. And I think you need to just be in those places a little bit longer, so that way you start to be able to not just receive it, because it's hard for us to receive things, but you get to receive it, and as you receive it, then you wind up sharing it as well. So yeah. That place is amazing. I love the space. Yeah.
It is amazing, and she was having a marketing meeting with her team when we walked in because we got there kind of early. But it was just cool. And let me just say this because I know Latoya is still on. You want to be able to get that good energy. That's why I said to her, make sure to invest in yourself, not just the business side, but in yourself, because what we do as entrepreneurs is tough. Right, you get to the point where it kind of levels out and you're okay with it, but for the most part, it's tough. You're gonna bump your head plenty of times, and it's gonna be important that you have a group of friends who bring you the great energy that you're gonna need, who pop up with them vibrant colors when you're in a dark space. Trust me when I tell you, because you're gonna go there. Georgette friend said to her, you're a Pisces. You're not like the other Pisces I know. And I'm like, well, what Pisces do he know? Because all the ones I know, they're not very, they're very nice, and they're very laid back. I'm a Pisces, and I don't, I go through my mood swings every once in a while, but that's very rare. And truly, I do not like to live in that place. Not at all. And I try my best. When I'm in that place, I be like, I got to get out of here because I don't want to feel that way. When my mom passed, and my mom knew me like she knew her name, she knew I hated being sad. Like, she knew that. And I tell y'all, I miss her so much every day, but I do not live in that space of sadness. I don't. And it's weird because I feel like I should still be sad, like super sad, but I'm not super sad. But I know she wouldn't want me to be because she know I just didn't like being in that space. And so, and you get to choose. Sometimes you have to fight to get out of that space. You have to fight You have to fight to get out of that space. And I'm telling you, when you start to fight and you start surrounding yourself with people that are fighting right along with you, it's a little bit easier to get out of that space. My daughter's a filmmaker. My brother's a coach. My husband is a comic on the side when he ain't doing pharmaceutical. So I can't live in that space. And my uncle is very optimistic, right? He's very uplifting in his own little way. So I can't live in that space, and I can't be around people that live in that space. People that are depressed and they just, as soon as I get that energy, I'll be like, phew, I'm out. I gotta go.
And that's what happens too. A lot of times when you start creating this energy around you and you start living in that space, the people that don't have that energy, honestly, will just start to just not be part of your life, or not be with you as much, or not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's because that energy, they can't relate to that energy, so it kind of, in a way, it kind of cuts them off a little bit, because your energy is so different.
Yeah.
So so it's always best to try to figure out ways to infuse that type of energy for yourself, and it could be, I don't know, shifting just the things that are around you, you know what I mean, do some saging, or, put a different color in your office, or get a different colored microphone. I mean, just, it could be the little things that can make such a big difference in the energy that you exude, So
Latoya is saying, she said, thanks for the advice. I think that's what's happening now. Baby, let me tell you, you have to find a new group of people. And I'm not telling you, and I know Talk Business Tuesday is supposed to be tomorrow, but we're going to talk right now since she's here. And I'm going to give y'all some news about Gwinnett in a few minutes. But I got to say this. If you are in a space with people who don't understand what you're trying to do, you got to get out of that space. And I'm not telling you to cut them off, but you have to get with people that understand. Even though they may not be in your industry, you want to be with people that understand your plight. Georgette and I, we kind of in the same industry, we kind of not, because she's more Zen than me, right? She taught me to be Zen. She's the one who introduced me to The Secret and all that stuff. I didn't know anything about that, but she did. So she introduced me to all that stuff. Now it's a huge part of my life. Manifesting, meditating. I go to bed every night. No lie, my husband gets so tired of it, and I don't know why he gets tired, because he sleep anyway. But I go to bed every night listening to meditation at 528 megahertz every night. Something about manifestation and meditation as I go to sleep. And he says when he's annoyed, he's like, oh, we got to listen to that tonight. Now, he never hears it because he's always sleeping. But he thinks he hears it because he hears it before he go to sleep. But I said all that to say, I have to put my mind to sleep when I go to bed at night, because it's constantly going. And my way of doing that is to make sure that I meditate. Yep. You have to get it. Yeah, you have to get around people. Join a chamber of commerce. If there's a chamber of commerce where you live, join a chamber, because in that chamber are business owners, and in that group of business owners, there's a group of people who are dedicated to making their business grow. There's probably gonna be a group of people that have been in business longer than you. They can help you. You can lean on them when things are not going good. I can't stress this enough. You have got to invest in a coach. You have got to invest in a chamber. You have got to find you a mentor and invest in a mentor. You have to, and that's going to be an investment. It may not be like super expensive, and it may not be super cheap, but you got to say to yourself, if I want to skip the line in this thing called entrepreneurship, I have got to invest in some people who gonna have my back, that I can lean on when I'm falling, who's gonna push me not to quit. I'm telling you, like I tell Georgette and I have not been doing this for 24 years, because when we didn't have anybody to lean on, we leaned on each other. That's 24 years. That's how long this has been happening. 24, and we're still leaning on each other. So you want to make sure that you find those people. And if you can't find them where you live, just go online and find a circle. But I'm going to tell you, it's very important to have people that's going to push you and make you want to keep going, because you're going to want to quit someday. Like, I done effed up. What did I do this for? I'm losing my mind right now. I ain't got no money. Money ain't coming. I can't find my audience. Yeah. I don't know. They done sent back the product and it's defective. Listen, all that's going to happen. When I tell you because I know. So make sure that you just get the people around you. Find you a good coach. Find you a good mentor. Find you a good group of people. Go find a chamber. Find a good business association. Just make sure you surround yourself, because your family and friends love you. Now let me just say this: your family and friends love you, and they want to support you, but some of them don't. So just know that, and just let that roll back, because some of them don't want to see you succeed. They say things like, oh, now you think you're better than us. Oh, you ain't got no time for us. That's a guilt trip because they don't understand your plight. And you have to put that stuff to the side and not let it affect you. I got my same friends I've had since I was 14 years old. However, we have been so separated at times that we didn't seem like we were friends anymore. But we came back together once we understood, well, she's never going to stop doing that. And I need to find out what the hell I need to be doing. Right?
Right, exactly.
Because I tell anybody, to the day I leave this earth, I'll be an entrepreneur. Unless God come down and say, nope, don't want you to be an entrepreneur no more. And so my friends had to understand that. They had to understand this is who she is. This is what she loves. And I got to be okay with that. And when they said that, because I didn't change. Well, I changed because I became an entrepreneur. When they realized this is who I am, our friendship got better. But for a time being, my best friends, oh yeah, they were like, she ain't got time for us. I mean, to the point where me and one of my friends had a fight. It was crazy. And she's still one of my best friends to this. I'm talking about like a physical fist fight. But she's still one of my best friends to this day.
Yeah.
So the people
they don't understand.
They don't understand.
You don't understand the plight and the desire and the motivation and the desperation and
right
and all of those things that you go through because they've never been there. So it's really hard for them to understand why you want to do something if you're not getting paid, or why you want to do something if you're not making money, or why do you want to do something if that product is like they don't see it to be something that's successful. I mean, so they're always going to be in a different mindset if they're not an entrepreneurial mindset,
right?
And that's totally different from where you're going to be at. So it is really just important to like Audrey said, to be able to find the people that connect with you and support you and stay with you because they know they've been there. They know when they wanted to give up. They know the things that they did to help them not give up, and they can share those things with you to help you grow. So.
And I'm gonna say this. Important. I'm gonna say this last thing. Then we'll go to a song, and I'm gonna come back and give some news about Gwinnett County. If you have a partner, a spouse, this is so important. They need to understand, just like everybody else, that this is your plight, and you need to have a serious come to Jesus moment with them and say, "Listen, I need your support." You said I could do this. Now here's the thing, because some spouses will say, "Yeah, you could do it," right? Because they really don't think you're gonna do it. Right? Until you get really serious about doing it. And now you don't have time. My husband was my boyfriend when I started my business. I call it my real business. And he was attracted to the fact that that's what I was doing. That's what he said that's what attracted him. I was an entrepreneur. He was going to be an investor. That's what attracted him. But he thought it was all glitz and glamour. It's not. It's nothing like glitz and glamour. So when he became a part of what it really was, now he became like this person standing on the side, like, she don't have time for me. I mean, so his best friend had to come to me and say, hey, listen, he feeling some kind of way. This is who I was when you met me. This is what you said attracted you to me. Now you want me to change? I can't change. You got to change. So either you're going to understand that this is who I am, or we ain't going to be together because I ain't changing. I'm on my grind right now. But his friend came to me. And he was like, listen, he feeling some kind of way. Y'all don't spend a lot of time together. I'm like, listen, I wasn't spending time with nobody until he came along. But what I did was I made a few minor adjustments to give him some time. But he didn't get a lot. Because my time was split between the business, my daughter, myself, and him. So he didn't get a lot of time. But I did make tiny adjustments. But he understood that this is who I was. And I said to him, listen, this may be the time you want to say, kick me to the curb right now. I told him, my husband probably, and he says to this day, he think I'm nuts. But I needed him to understand, this is who I am. I'm not going to change. And so this would be the time for you right now to say, you know what, I can't do that. And I've dated guys who said, Audrey, I can't deal with this entrepreneur thing. I don't, you got to get a job. I'm like, I'm not getting a job. I'm an entrepreneur and I'll be this till they put me in the box. And I remember one guy, he stopped dating. We dated for like 10 months. And he supported me like a little bit. But he was like, you got to get a job. I'm like, I'm not getting a job. So you could stop saying that. He left. He quit me. Like we said, he quit me, Georgette. That's what they used to say. And then I dated one guy, he came to me because it was business, right? So I invited him to a business opportunity meeting and all that. Then he took me to dinner after the meeting. And he said to me, how often do you do this? I said, pretty much every week because, I got a job and I got my business, so I got to do this. He said, ooh, yeah, this ain't going to work for me right here. Now, here's the thing. He's supposed to be doing business too, but he was trying to date me. He was like, I need my woman home having kids. I was like, ooh, bruh, that's not me. Like, I got one. I'm done. You know, so your partner
it's different too.
It's different. Your partner needs to understand that this is who you are, because that's the person that you lean on the most when you're not leaning on your business community, your partner. And if you don't have a partner that you can lean on who's going to be supportive, you know, that's tough. My husband, he stuck around. He's still here. And, you know, and I said to him, you might want to go because this is who I am. But he stuck around. He's here to this day. And, yes, I've come up with 9 million ideas since we've been together 20 years, a lot of them. He probably thinks she needs to go see a psychiatrist, and he's probably right.
Yeah, you know what?
He probably right.
I know. He's probably right. He's probably right. And I do want to throw this, and I know you have to get to the thing, because I think it's a little. I think the fact that she started dating somebody who kind of knew where she was at. In my situation, I was married and I was already working. I was a worker. I was a person who worked all the time. So that's who my husband knew me as. Then I switched and became an entrepreneur. So that's a whole different thing, because they see you as this is a person that you already are. This is who they fell in love with. This is the type of, you know, environment they're in. And then you switch and want to be an entrepreneur. That's totally different, because they didn't expect that. And that's a whole nother set of, oh, how do I deal with that then? You know, to find the time now when you're home, like you said before, cooking or taking care of the kids, whatever it is. And then you switch that mentality. And they're like, wait a minute, this is not the person that I've been married to for 10 years or 15 years. So I think that's a big difference too. And you have to find you have to kind of find your place in that too. I think it comes from, you know, it's just a little different. You know, then he didn't come into the fact that I was an entrepreneur and understood that, like Audrey's situation. He came into the fact that I was working, that's what I did, and then I became an entrepreneur. And that's a whole different mindset, you know, for both people in the relationship. So it's just about, in anything, it's about communication. Whether you're an entrepreneur or not, and you're in a relationship, it still is about communication, you know. So I'm gonna have to throw that in there, because that's just a different perspective.
This was a very nice segment. I'm gonna have to edit this whole segment out and put it by itself. No, for real, because this is a really good segment. I feel like, you know, I get these feelings. I feel like somebody really. I know Latoya probably need to hear, but I feel like there are other people that need to hear that segment of this show today. So I'm gonna have that show. I'm gonna have the editor edit that out, and I'm gonna post that by itself, because it's really important. And it's so crazy, because I'm working with a nonprofit right now, and they're launching a entrepreneurship program for women. And as you were saying that to me, I felt like, oh God, people need to hear that. Like and I'm working with her on launching this nonprofit, this entrepreneurship program for women, and I feel like this is going to be a great segment to put on her website so she can hear this part. So I'm going to have this edited out and put somewhere else. All right, listen, I'm going to a song, because Gwinnett they probably put a sheen, so no news about Gwinnett. I'll be right back after this song to give you what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. I got to play a song.
First time I saw you, I knew all the time it was something in the air that night, and in the way you looked at me, I get nervous when you get close and my heart fills up with butterflies. My world turned upside down. Just say that you won't go and break my heart. Break my heart, don't break it now. Remember, it's the only one I've got. The one I've got. Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart. Wanna tell you how I feel, instead of keeping it all inside. So hard with you, I don't know why. Believe me, boy, I've tried. When you're near me, my heart fills up with butterflies, and then you hear me speechless. My world turned upside down. Just say that you won't go
welcome back. So listen, I got to get on with some news about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County because I ain't talked about Gwinnett County yet. Anyway, school started today. Yep, school started today, and there are a lot of parents who don't know exactly what they want to do with their kids. They got until the 4th of this month to decide that, because right now, with the coronavirus and the Delta variant still out there, a lot of parents are not comfortable with that. So now they got to determine whether or not they want their kids to go back into the classroom or whether they want them to do digital learning at home. So they have that option. Here's the problem. Who's going to be home with the kids if the parents have to go to work? So that has been the issue from day one. But, parents feel scared about their kids. And listen, anybody know how they feel? It will be us, because I told y'all that's how we all got the virus. My granddaughter went to daycare and she got exposed, and she exposed the whole house, and I lost my mom because of it. So I am truly, I get what the parents are feeling right now, but the kids are back in school. They're wearing their masks, but some parents still are not. Some parents are still just, I get it. They don't feel comfortable, but now they're caught between a rock and a hard place, because if they don't go to school, who watches the kids at home? And, before they had money going around from the government that was able to help you, get somebody to come in and watch your kids. The other thing, too, if you don't trust the people, do you want somebody in your house watching your kids? I'm like, for real, do you really? So the day started back, so kids will be going back to school kind of staggered for the rest of this week, and the last day of returning to school is August the 9th. So I get it. It's a little weird, but what can you do? So Gwinnett County has a new school superintendent. Yep, we got a new public school superintendent. Y'all know J. Alvin Wilbanks, who was a superintendent for an extremely long time. He actually got fired earlier this year, and they looked for a new school board school superintendent, and we have officially welcomed Calvin Watts, Dr. Calvin Watts. He's officially coming back to the Gwinnett County Public School. He starts today. He spent more than a decade working in the district as both an assistant principal, a principal, and a central office employee. He was unanimously hired by the Gwinnett County Board of Education on Friday afternoon to become the district's new superintendent. The 52-year-old is also a history maker for Gwinnett. Listen, Gwinnett has a bunch of firsts, y'all. He's the maker for the Gwinnett County Public School System. He will be the first African American to ever serve as superintendent of Gwinnett County Schools. And we got the largest school district in the state. Gwinnett has the largest school district in the state. A lot of people don't know that. So Gwinnett County has about 1 million residents. They think that Atlanta is, but Gwinnett County has the largest school district in the state, and he is going to be the new superintendent. So he got his work cut out for him. Now let me tell you about these. Let me tell you about these salaries, because a lot of times when people talk about moving down south, like ain't no jobs down there, ain't no money down there. Listen, the metro Atlanta area where we live, there's money. And let me tell you why it's money. Let me show you. So this is his starting salary, G. Let me say this. This is his base salary. First of all, they're going to give him $30,000 to move. Just to move. So he can take care of the trucks and the boxes and all that. Just for that, like $29,000 something. His base salary is $380,972.
What?
Yeah. That's his salary. That's his base. Now, the superintendents get all these perks over the years. So, J. Alvin Wilbanks, who just left, was making $600,000 a year as a superintendent of schools. $600,000, because they get the base. They get the base plus they get all these other little perks that go on top of it, and it brought him up to $600,000. So, Dr. Calvin Watts is going to be getting his base is going to be $380,972, right? That's going to increase. Once a year, it's going to go to $413,372 by next year. You get transportation expenses, you get expense allowance, all that factors. That's going to boost him up to $413,000. Ooh, I'm in the wrong line of work.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, he gonna get reimbursed $29,500 just to move. I don't know where he's moving from. He was in Gwinnett County already. Where's he coming from? I'm just saying, gee. Woo. Ignorance is just, I don't get it. So, there was a guy who took his kid to the urban air zone right here in Snellville. And when he got his receipt, a 16-year-old put a racial slur on his receipt because he was a black customer.
Why?
Stupid. Now he got fired, but he don't care about getting fired. Anyway, the Atlanta resident shared his name with the black employee while ordering food for the table. The family grew impatient as time passed without food showing up, prompting the black prompting Black to check his receipt to see what time he placed the order. So when he checked his receipt, he got a racial slur.
Oh.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
I mean, there's no reason for that. I mean, it's just.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's terrible.
I can't. And
his 7-year-old saw the his receipt had on it, hashtag black N-word. That was the receipt. Like, so when they put his name into the system,
oh no,
his name was Black.
Wait.
Yeah, and they put the N-word on, so it's printed on the receipt.
Oh no.
Yep, just ridiculous. He spent $70 there. See that kind of stuff? I mean, it's I don't get it. And then, and this is a kid that did this. Now, this is a 16-year-old kid. So you got it from home.
No,
and watching too much nonsense on television. That's what happened.
Too much.
So anyway, I got a big announcement tomorrow. My good friend is running for a state office here, but I can't make the announcement till tomorrow, so I'll be announcing that. Listen, the summertime is still happening. They had a really good festival in Grayson Saturday, I think it was. It was like people everywhere. It was so cool. And I love when I see crafts and I see street stuff. This is the kind of stuff we see in the summertime. So you listen, you want to get out there and enjoy the summer, you still have time. I know the kids went back to school today and they going back for the rest of this week, but you still have time to have fun. So make sure to check the calendars and see what's going on, because Grayson had a big thing on Saturday. I'm talking about, it was just cars and vendors everywhere. It was right in Grayson Little Park over there. It was really cool. And then I went to Derek J. Wilson. He does like a back to school book bag drive every year, and he had like 400 book bags that he passed out Saturday. Now let me tell y'all something. I always talk about like land and stuff. I cannot stand bugs, and bugs love me. So I went to go volunteer to help, because that's what I do. I was out there for about an hour. The mosquitoes and the heat. Oh, I was like, okay, I got to go now, which I did really have to go because Dominique had to go to work and she and the baby were with me. Because I figured they was going to have something for the kids. I was like, come on, ride with me. I got to go over here and volunteer with Derek for a little while to pass out these book bags. But when I tell y'all, I just can't do bugs. I love land. I love looking at land. Now, it's nice. In the summertime, land is not a good thing for me because the heat and the bugs. So the mosquitoes like to carry me away. But anyway, we were at the Promised Land, which is located in Snellville on Lee Road. And the Promised Land is acres of land owned by this one family. And it has this beautiful pond on it. And it's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. We were talking about camping out, and I be talking smack like, yeah, we should go camping. Yeah, I probably wouldn't last the night.
Girl, look, okay, you will not.
I probably wouldn't, unless I had like a RV to sleep in. I probably would not last the night. But it was a great thought. But the Promised Land is owned by a family, an African American family here in Gwinnett County. They own all this land, and it's been in their family for a long time. And they have this beautiful acres of land, and it has a pond, it has a pavilion where you can cook out. It's just really nice. So that event also went on Saturday. Derek was handing out book bags. He had 400 book bags to hand out to kids who didn't have a chance to get school supplies, and I think that's really a good thing for him to do. He did it. We did it. I worked with him not last year, but year before last. We did Christmas in the park in December, and it was cold too, y'all. Georgia normally don't get really cold in the wintertime, but that particular day it was cold and it was rainy. And he did like a coat drive because people don't have coats. Believe it or not, especially here, because I don't own a coat for real. Like I had to buy a coat when I had to go to Jersey in March. Like I had no coat. I was like, Lord, I got to go buy a coat because I normally need a coat in Jersey. It's March, and I bought a coat. Was it March? Yeah, it was March.
I think it was March.
It was March. So I had to buy a coat. But a lot of people here don't have coats. But when it gets really cold, they don't have a coat. So we did a coat drive. It was called Christmas in the Park. And it was right before Christmas. We did a coat drive and a toy drive. And it was really cold that day. And it was rainy. And so people came out to the coat drive. So these are the type of things that he does. And I just want to give him a round of applause for just being such a great young man who cares about the community a lot. He's always doing, and the thing about him, you can tell it's from his heart, right? He's a politician, but you can tell a lot of the things he does is from his heart if you're around him. And I'm around him a lot, so I know that it's not just for him to get a vote. It's really things from his heart, like because it's hot out there. It was hot, and people showed up like me. We didn't spend the whole 8 hours out there. I showed up, and it was from my heart. But Lord knows, I said to him, Derek, I can't do these bugs. But I told him that before the book bag, I can't do these bugs. it was hot because I vendor at the last event. I was a vendor, and when I tell you the bugs, I had a web going across my chest. I think one went down my shirt, and I thought I got it. It was a web like this. It was a red going across my chest. I was like, oh, look. So I tell him, look, because I didn't see it until I went to go take a shower. But girl, me and bugs we don't work out. So anyway, so shout out to Derek for doing his back to school book bag drive yesterday, and all the great things he's doing in our county. All right, so listen, I'm going to my last song, and then I'm gonna call it a day because I done held y'all long enough. I've been talking a lot today, but that's what I do. All right, stay tuned. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Welcome back. So listen, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration. This is for anybody who's doing anything in life. And I felt the need to do this quote because I was talking so much about business today. And I think this is important for you to hear. So here goes. It says, I don't believe anyone is self-made. Let me say that again. I don't believe anyone is self-made. Seth Buchley said that, and he's right. There's no self-made anything. I don't care what you've accomplished in your life. Somebody had to help you. But here's the thing. You need to recognize that somebody has to help you. Because a lot of times people think they can do it by themselves. You cannot. You cannot reach the level of success that you're trying to reach in nothing. I don't care what it is, by yourself. Somebody has to help you. But here's the thing. If you don't know what you need help with, nobody can help you. If you don't ask for help, nobody can help you. But if you want to get to the point that you're trying to accomplish something, understand that somebody has to help you. There's no such thing as self-made, right? There's no such thing. And here's another thing you need to understand. You have to invest in that help sometimes. You have to. Don't just walk around with your hands out because you don't want to invest. Because that's gonna hold you back. Your mentality is wrong. If you thinking that, man, if I spend this money, I could be doing this, and this. If it's gonna help me grow my business, trust me, I will spend the money. I've spent my last dime plenty of times, because I wanted to skip the line because I needed the help. So nobody is self-made. That's all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but just spent the last hour and 7 minutes here with me and Georgette. And I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Listen, be sure to follow the show on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. I'm so appreciative to all the support that I've been getting. People have been buying the books, Georgette, off the website. And I said to myself, man, and I have to go back and track it, but I have been getting so many Amazon orders. I'm like, wait a minute. Where are these orders coming from? Good. But I realized, I think they're coming from the web. They're either coming from one or two places. The live stream that I did with Chris and Jim on Amazon Live, or the website. But my guess is that they're coming from the website because the live stream is gone. That's been like since March, I think it was. So I really, really do appreciate you guys for supporting me. I'm going to be working on a new book soon. I think this is going to be my bestseller. Like, to me, and it's so funny because I'm asking the universe what path you want me to go down, and I honestly believe that the new book is going to be the path. And it's weird because I feel like a sense of relief and peace, I guess it is. But just talking today, and for Latoya to come in today and ask questions, I was like, yeah, see, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I know God, I asked for like a sign, and she stayed pretty much the entire show. You know, and she commented through the entire show. I wish I could have told her just jump in here and ask her questions, but I know today wasn't Talk Business Tuesday, so I'm always looking for signs. I'm looking for signs like what you want me to do, because I woke up this morning like, listen, universe, I need you to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. If I ain't supposed to be doing this thing, what thing am I supposed to be doing? And so I got this really great idea for a book last week, and it was, when I tell y'all, I think all my ideas are good, but this one right here is going to be my bestseller. I think it's going to be the one that's going to help me change and enrich a whole lot of lives more than I'm doing now. So I'm excited about that. And it's not going to be a long book. It's going to be a pretty short book, but it's going to be straight to the point, and it's going to be real. Just like me. I'm real. So, Georgette, thank you. Thank you for co-hosting with me today. I appreciate you and love you for being my co-host and always
miss you guys when I'm not here.
Supporting me and helping me, because you got to ask for help. So I appreciate that. But anyway, thank you again for listening. Be sure to go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, give them 5 stars, and share the show with your friends and families and everybody that you associate with. If this show enlightens you in any kind of way, if the music, if it's the horoscope, if it's the stories that I tell, because y'all know I got a lot of them. I always got a story to tell. Any of that stuff helps you out and inspires you. Share that with your friends. Cut it out. You can edit it yourself. Just take it and, like, if you go to my Spreaker account, which is where this show is hosted, it'll let you download the episode. Download and edit. Just leave my name, and then leave all the information so people can go back and find the rest of the show. That's all I ask. All right, so I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Tomorrow's Talk Tech Tuesday with Chris Hood. We'll be talking technology tomorrow, so be sure to tune in. Georgette, you have an amazing day. And I'll be back again tomorrow, guys. Listen, y'all stay safe out there. The coronavirus is still out there. It's not gone anywhere. It is still wreaking havoc and scaring people and killing folks. And just, they don't talk about the death part as much, but from what I've heard, it's pretty bad. And so you want to make sure you keep your mask on. Even if you are vaccinated, they're saying keep your mask on. So for me, that means I need to stay home. When I get them kind of messages right there, like I done got vaccinated, you still tell me to put my mask on, that means I just need to stay close to home. I need to go out only when really necessary. So that's what that says to me. So anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Y'all stay safe out there. Until next time, make it a great day, my good friends. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.